Hello everyone, welcome back to Realms of the Haunting, and hold on a moment, we have something to take care of right up here. We, last time, took care of Belial, and now we have some guests who are not happy with what we've been doing. Don't know if Belial sent them, but Belial, not doing too well himself, after he tried to take the shrive from Adam and Rebecca, but because of Alf's dagger, which we now have. Oh, hold on. I didn't actually put Alf's dagger in. Yeah, I want it in one of my quick slots. Here we go. Guy's taking a lot of hits because of this dagger. There, fine. Adam and Rebecca were able to save themselves from being disintegrated, which is what Belial was going to do with them, as we saw in the supplementary video. If Belial did get his hands on the shrive, he was just going to zap him with his finger, turn him into dust. I'm taking some damage here. I think I'm going to have to take some potions.
It's got some sort of liquid.
No, we already know what it is.
It's magical.
Nope. There we go. Probably take a second one. So, anyway, new enemy that you noticed, that guy in the black suit. So those guys, they don't have that as much health as, like, the green gargoyles. And there's a second one up there. You know, we're just gonna run right by him. We don't need to take our time. We don't need to... We're in a rush. In fact, let's turn on run mode. We're turning it on, and off we go. We don't use run mode too often. This seems like a good time to use it. Okay, we're safe now. Back in the study. So yeah, new enemy, those guys in the black suits. They don't have too much health, but they can do some damage because they have two weapons. One is a handgun, so they actually have a hit scan weapon. Like our handgun. It's the first enemy that has one of those. They also have a more powerful fireball projectile that they can shoot at us. So we're going to be meeting them, and they can do a whole lot of damage to us because of their projectiles and their hit scans. But we escape them for right now. For right now, we're back in the study.
What's that book he's reading?
Looks like a diary.
That book's the same one we found in the observatory.
So the observation of this painting has changed. Yeah, that book in the painting is apparently the journal. This journal that we found in the observatory. And if you didn't watch the supplementary video, we found out that that guy, who we knew as Elias Camber, his actual name is Claude Florentine. He is the CF who has been drawing these maps we've been finding. And also, he's the Claude that the letters that we found at the beginning of the game were addressed to. His journal has entries from the year 1330, so Florentine, been around for a long time. He's a few centuries old. Alright, now what do we need to do next, besides this? Because that part's just obvious. We know that we need to find our way to the realm of Raquia, because we're trying to free someone named Hawk, and the Lord of Raquia, Raziel, is the Lord of Imprisonment and Freedom, so that's why we're trying to find him. But where should we go right now? We're kind of out of options. We've went everywhere that we can explore so far. And now we've actually have found a new place we can explore, because the magical seal that was on that door just exploded, letting us go into a new wing of the house.
Open. Good. This tapestry's seen better days.
So there's an entire side of the house we have not been to yet, so let's take a look around.
Candle.
Tallow, I believe.
Plain old chair.
Guess so.
Chairs in this part of the house, still not very impressive. And this seems like it could be impressive, though.
We got company.
Okay, let's take a look at this. What do they have to say about it?
Someone spent a lot of time on this.
The iconography has to be spot on, otherwise these things don't work.
Well, what is it supposed to do, Rebecca? What are these things? Has a book with a key on it, and all kinds of demons going on up here. There's some candles around. They're not lit. But, you know, obviously someone went through a whole lot of time and effort to draw this. So, least we could do is complete it. I mean, it seems like it's a shame for all this effort to go to waste. Whatever it's meant to do. I'm sure it'll be alright.
What's happening?
There's something in here with us. It's gone. I must have been imagining it all.
Wrong, were you? It's the first time for everyone.
Right, there's nothing to be worried about at all, except for this thing. So it appears we summoned an abomination from the depths of hell, perhaps, is probably what happened. Really not that much of a threat. It kind of waddles around, and we just kind of walk around it, so not that big of a deal, really. What was it carrying?
Small quartz idol. Is that a book it's got there?
Don't know. It's so small, it's hard to tell.
Well, maybe we misjudged that horrible drooling demon, because it appears to be an art lover. It was carrying around the statuette with it. Anyway, after that fight, I think Adam and Rebecca need some fresh air. There we go. 2 doors we could go through. Let's try the first one. We got dead rats. We've been seeing some of those, though we don't really know why.
Ceramic vase. Plenty of this rubble around.
The structure doesn't look too safe, does it?
Well, whatever that door leads to, we can't actually get through here. I don't think there is actually anything on the other side of that door. There's something right here, though. So we can pick up some shotgun shells and a health potion while we're here. Why not? We always need some more health. Though as far as the ammo goes for the shotgun, we're using the ammo-less weapons more and more now. That'll only increase as we continue to go through the game. Because they are more powerful as we pick up new weapons, while the handgun and the shotgun are faster in terms of shooting. At some point, the raw power is just going to take over. And, okay, here are a load of dead rats. Oh yeah, listen to that crunchy sound of dead rats squishing beneath her boots. So what does the dead rat hallway lead to? Leads to a mantlestone.
The gate's dysfunctional, Adam. We're getting nowhere here.
Dysfunctional.
It won't work. There's something wrong here. There's a trail into the tower, though the connection's broken.
Remember what Raphael said about the ire? Maybe it's got something to do with that.
Okay, well, we found a mantlestone, and we are trying to get to the tower so we can get to Raquia, but this one does not seem like it's going to work. Plenty of rats to squish underneath our feet, though. I'm sure this room smells real bad with all the dead rats, so it does need to be ventilated. There's never anything really to look at these windows. Not a whole lot that's interesting going on. But for some reason, this mantle stone is not working. I think that's the first time we've seen that. No, the second time, we saw one that didn't work back in that burned-out house that we found Florentine's journal in. And that one also had a bunch of dead rats around it, I believe. So what's going on with that? Another stairway. We can't go down, but there is something right here. Whoop. What was that we just picked up? It's a die. Nothing to say about it. It's just a 6-sided die. Nothing special. Nothing magical. It was there and we picked it up. So maybe we'll need it for something. Alright, this is the room that we just came out of. A dining room. What a mansion. Well, it looks like health potions are for dinner. But there are a couple guys here who do not appreciate us taking their food. Sure, just walk on the table. Just do that. They're a little confused about how to get to me, I think. They're not entirely sure. Okay, this one figured it out. This one is still not entire. This one just cannot figure out how to get to this side of the room. I know it's difficult, but I believe in you. I believe that you can figure this thing out. He did it. I'm so proud. There's ammo in the corner. Though basically I'm just burning through handgun ammo right now because I'm not going to need it for that much longer. Well, I'll always need it for that, I suppose.
Just a chair.
Ah, the chairs have upgraded from plain old to just a chair. Alright, so we were just in this hallway. So there are multiple doors that lead to these rooms, so it does become a little bit maze-like right here. Multiple hallways that we can take to get to different rooms. So we went in here to get to the dining room. Yep, that's that. So, let's try this one. We don't really know what we're looking for right now. Just that we want to get to the tower. And the mantlestones we have been finding have been all dead and ratted. Well, we've been outside there. We can tell because of the dead body. That was the place where we were ambushed. We took a mantlestone to get to that courtyard. That's a new one, though. Alright, a second courtyard. Let's have a look around. So double doors that lead back into the house. More dead rats? Seeing a lot of them. Something or someone has been just dropping a whole lot of dead rats for some reason.
Chained shut. What a surprise.
They're enchanted. Extra strength.
A portcullis back here for some reason. Not evident as to why, though.
What's that smell?
Oh, it's probably coming from him. I think this is the first time we've encountered one of these guys. I mean, he's tough, but he is another enemy of the variety of walk around slowly and slash you when he gets close to you. He doesn't really do anything beyond that. But there is something here that's of interest. It's a new weapon. However, more black suits have appeared. So, before we take a look at what it is we just picked up, we gotta get rid of them. Alright, let's take a look at the weapons, and it's going to be down here. What did we pick up?
Flintlock. Some sort of gun.
Yeah, we picked up gun. That's it, just gun. Let's equip gun up here. And I think at this point, yeah, all of my slots are full, so I think I'm going to have to get rid of... I think I'm going to have to move the sword out of one of my quick slots, because I don't really use it anymore. Kind of past its prime, so I'm going to move everything over one, and then replace sword with gun. So when the eternal question is answered, gun does beat sword. So what does gun do? Well, gun fires one big explosive shot. And then it recharges. While it's recharging, I cannot shoot it again. I have to wait for it to recharge until I can fire. So, this gun does not have any ammo. Like the dagger and the staff, it's ammoless. But, unlike them, I cannot shoot it while it's charging up. So it's slow, but it's powerful. So you see how I was fighting there, is that I was quickly changing weapons between gun, dagger, and staff. So as we get further on into the game, that's how combat tends to work. Quickly switching between the weapons that are charging up. There's more of that, and less of the handgun and the shotgun. Alright, another stone, and it's also bloody with dead rats.
Another tower gate. I don't hear any voices, though.
Adam Randall does not hear no voices, though that's not what he said, but it is what the subtitles said. So for whatever reason, again, these mantlestones, they're of no use to anyone, because something's shorting them out with dead rats. Two doors. One of them leads outside into another area we haven't seen, and another mantlestone. We could check that out. Oh, and here are more of these statues.
Another statue. The voices seem to be coming from the statues.
Unnerving. Wonder who the voices are.
What are they saying? I believe it's, he must have the power, does he have the power? Some more talking statues, but more importantly, a mantlestone over here.
Jesus. What the hell was that?
I don't know. But it's probably got something to do with the destruction of this gate.
Well, alright. That was something we haven't seen before.
Tower gate.
Magical portal.
But not a magical portal anymore, because it's not working. So maybe that thing, whatever it is, maybe it's responsible for destroying these gates. Because this one's also bloody. I don't think I saw any dead rats. No dead rats. But it is bloody. And it's not working. So maybe whatever that thing was is going through the house, destroying the gates as it finds them. Or maybe it's on the other side. Maybe it's in the tower. And it's destroying the gates as it finds them. And now that that's done, let's head through here.
How is this supposed to open? There's a space for something next to the lock.
We've nothing to put in it, have we?
I don't know about that. I think we have something. We have something that fits that shape. It was the statuette that we picked up. Let's try that out.
There's a space for something.
No, we already know about that.
Have we?
Nope, okay, that fits. Let's head on inside.
Welcome, Master Florentine. I trust you are well.
The voice is some sort of security spirit. Don't answer.
And what will it be today, sir? Unfortunately, I was not able to locate the book you asked me to find. Shall I procure a cup of Darjeeling from you, sir? Some brandy, perhaps? Are you looking for anything in particular, sir? What do you intend to do with Hawk, sir? Raziel sent another emissary this morning. The urges still report the intruders are within the grounds. Are there any special orders you wish for me to pass on to them? Belial was by last even, sir. The ward held as usual. Master Florentine, forgive me, but does something trouble you? Your reticence is unusual. The Dodger is close, Master Florentine. Your scout reports another attempt to leave the tower. Sir, please forgive me, but due to your lack of response, your instructions require me to ask of you the library code. I'm sure you understand. Sir, please forgive me again, but further to my request, you have failed to procure the library code. Under your instructions, I must ask you one further time. Failure to reply will result in the instigation of your security measure.
I think we'd better be making tracks.
Failure to reply. Intruder in library.
God.
I don't think... Whoops, hold on. Turn that on. Yeah, it's just one of these guys, Adam. No big deal. Especially now. So yeah, it appears we're in Florentine's library, and he had some kind of security system set up. Not much of a library, though, since there's barely any books on the walls. But there are windows. And you know what we do with those. There we are. Okay. What do we do in here? No books to read. But there are some documents we can find lying on these tables. We found the map of the tower. This time it's complete. As you can see, it was drawn by CF in, what does that say, 1588 AD? Parchment is held up very well, considering how old this is. But the last map of the tower we found was only a small part of it. This is the entirety of the tower. And if we look at those runes, we saw Raquia. Second one down. And yep, right in the center there is the rune for Raquia. So apparently there is a gate to it right there. If only we could find our way there. But that's for next time we actually get to the tower. Right now, what's the rest of these things say?
Parchment. Written by hand.
Stone tower. Puzzle. Incarceration. What's all this about?
It appears to be someone's account of going to Raquia and meeting Raziel. And how fearsome Raziel was. Like with most of these documents, we will be reading them over in the supplementary video and talking about them a bit. Seeing if we can learn anything. Seeing how we're supposed to be meeting Raziel pretty soon, it seems like this would be relevant to us.
Quill and ink. Someone likes to use the old method.
Expensive too. Golden nib.
It's the second one of these we found. I still don't think there's anything we can actually do with them. I don't know why they're even items.
Handwritten text.
What's it say?
This reads like some religious text.
Definitely no apocrypha I've ever read.
This is another account from apparently a different person who met Raziel. Raziel appears to tell people that if the traveler can solve Raziel's puzzles, then they can have the Key of Tears, the key that can open all locks. But if they fail to solve the puzzles, then they are Raziel's prisoner until the end of time.
Parchment. Handwritten.
What's it say?
Parchment on historical and legendary Cornwall.
Might be something useful in that.
I don't know how useful it would be. This is apparently some legend and myth about Cornwall. Again, we'll go over this in the supplement, but nothing really relevant for us right here. Alright, that appears to be everything that we can find in the library. Not all that much, and actually this room is completely optional, which makes it strange that there's a chapter break when you go into this room, because you could just skip it. You can just go past this room altogether. So I don't know why there's a chapter break even there. But it is. The chapters, as you might notice, not exactly long. Oh, hold on. I actually forgot something. This is something that's easy to forget. When you leave the library, hey, don't leave this behind. Take it with you. Why not? You might need it later. And when I say you might need it later, I'm actually saying that you might need it right now. Let's put that in there. Hmm? Yep. We can try going down this hallway. But there is a glowing rune at the end of it.
It's not fast.
So there still are, there still is at least one of these runes left. These magical locks that's preventing us from going into certain doors.
This symbol's glowing.
I believe it's designed to either keep us in or keep something out.
We've broken most of them by now, but this one is still here. And that's the outdoor area that we were just in, where we saw that demon thing on the pedestal. Let's leave the windows intact for right now, just to remember that we did not go through this hallway. If I broke them, I might think that I was already there. And we still do have to go through that door at some point. Let's go through here. And now the music has gotten all dramatic. Alright, so we could go down the path that has dead rats or the path that does not have any dead rats. Given the choice, let's take the dead rats. Crunchy. It's a bit of a maze, but if we trust in the dead rats, we will find our way. We find a room that looks considerably different from the rest of the house. Looks very clean. There's a pool of water here. No doubt it's here so we can wash our feet of the dead rats. Just wash them off. And a fancy door with two normal doors to the sides. We can go in here and it appears to be a locker room.
Coat stand.
I knew it all along. It was the coat stand. Same deal here. Nothing we can observe. But it appears that whoever was going into this main room was expected to go into these locker rooms and change their clothes into something else. I guess let's find out what when we go through here.
By the seven be bound, by the seven to come. Power of one. Thy will be done.
Well, that's the end of Chapter 9, going into Chapter 10, and that's the end of this video. So we've entered into some kind of fiery, lava-y underground church. It looks very friendly, and we just saw that man with the hat, who we saw a couple videos ago, maybe more than that, and he was taking a crystal from that altar and saying a little poem. Maybe we'll find out more about that next time. And we actually did not make it to Rockwia this time. I said we would, but I guess there was a bit more between us and there than I thought there would be. We've continued walking through the house. We've gone through some doors that we were unable to go through previously. We've made it to this underground church, and we're continuing to go on our way to try to get to Rockwia. Maybe we will next time. I'll see you then.